All right, good morning, my dear friends. Good morning, namaste. Good evening to people joining from outside of India. Are you able to hear me? Yes? Wonderful. So, welcome to another session of Breath by Breath being presented by Pyramid Valley International, Bengaluru. This is a program where you learn Anapanasati or breath mindfulness meditation the right way. When I say right way, in a step-by-step manner, and we focus only on meditation and any wisdom behind how to do meditation right, or how to get over the difficulties, get over the challenges, get over the hindrances that one faces in meditation, in breath mindfulness meditation. So we will start, and this is a short program, 11 days, because learning breath mindfulness meditation step by step takes only so many days, needs only so many hours. But getting into deeper states of meditation needs everyday practice, daily practice. All of us know that, right? And whatever you learn now will be useful in your everyday practice. Suddenly, one day you'll feel some challenge in meditation. So you can apply the technique that you learned here. Suddenly, you will find meditation to be very deep, or suddenly you might want to understand what stage of meditation I am in, right? And you can go and figure out, oh, I need to progress from here to there. It's like learning any other skill, whether it is a sport, whether it is music, whether it is any other skill. Basically, we're going to teach you how to do meditation, practice anapanasati meditation. Some of us must be thinking, what is there just observing the breath, right? But I've been associated with Pyramid Valley since 2004. And all the initial years when I used to be learning meditation, attending meditation sessions by Brahmarshi Patriji or other masters, most of the time, out of 1 hour, 58 or 59 minutes, my mind was always wandering full of thoughts. And I used to ask Patriji as well, hey, this is what is happening. Swamiji, this is what is happening. Or some people might talk about a lot of experiences. I'm not getting that. He used to say, nothing, whatever you're doing is right, Baba. So then later, as I started teaching meditation, I started teaching meditation in London and to corporates. They're all very analytical thinking people, right? I mean, I'm also come from a science and engineering background. So then you go and analyze. Definitely, there should be some way for people to get into meditation faster. It is not that you sit in meditation, let your thoughts come, and after several years you get into those deep states, right? So then I started researching a lot of Buddhist practices, Buddhist texts, Buddhist practices, read a lot of books, experimented in Pyramid Valley workshops. And out of that is what we have created this breath by breath program, right from posture, right from to techniques. So the counting technique or labeling technique, some of you might be aware. So we're going to teach all of that in this 11-day program. It's going to be short, very short and sweet. It all depends on your level of commitment. And I'm sure at the end of my only goal, irrespective of the number of people, my only goal is by the end of the next 2 weeks, 11 days, you will learn, right? And we'll monitor your progress every day. You'll give feedback on that. By end of 11 days, I want at least a few of you to move from one state of meditation to another, or even a couple. That is all. And if you're not getting that, please do ask me. There is a chat group, WhatsApp group. I'm sure all of you are in that. So you can ask me, and my only goal is to help you get to the next stage. That is it. All right. So before I start this preparatory class, initial class, first day's class, I'll set some guidelines, and then we also do some basic preparatory exercises as well. So before that, and I always keep saying that a lot of people who have attended my earlier sessions, so you'll always have exercise for your fingers. You need to type some answers in the chat window. All right, just more to get my feedback. So the first, this thing is, let's type. I know people are joined in from all around a lot of places. So first question is, can you type the name of the place where you are joining from? Are you joining from Bangalore? Are you joining from Delhi? You're out of Bangalore, Trivandrum, Mumbai, Chennai, Kerala, Sydney. Wow, okay, for the midday. Navi Mumbai. Yes, Bangalore. A lot of folks from Bangalore or Bengaluru. Kolkata, Tiruvannamalai, Baroda, California, Canada as well. Okay, thank you. Wonderful. So I know we have people usually join thanks to the Brahmarshi Patriji's influence and Pyramid Valley. We have reached out to a lot of places. And the second question is, yeah, Delhi. The second question is, how many of you are joining for the first time? Please type in new. If you're joining this program for the first time, type in new. If you're joining, if you've earlier joined, type in old. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, 10, good. Wonderful. So quite a few mix of new and old folks. What of old students? Wonderful. So let's get started. So this is the pattern. Whenever I ask you a question, you can just type it in the chat window, and then we want to keep it interactive so that I need to know whether I am doing things right. It's important for the teacher to know whether we are doing things. Otherwise, I can't be going one way. All right. So good. So let's get started with some initial slides. Let me just share. Thank you for your responses. Okay, so hope you're able to see this. So many thanks, respects and gratitude to Brahmarshi Patriji for his vision behind spreading Anapanasati meditation to one and all. And also he's the founder of, for those of you who do not know who is he, is the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies, and he's a visionary behind Pyramid Valley International. Pyramid Valley International is a 30-acre meditation retreat just outskirts of Bangalore, now part of South Bangalore. So we've all been associated with it. I'm a trustee at Pyramid Valley. I've been teaching there since the last 6 years. I do a lot of online sessions and a retreat called Stillness Retreats happening next month. We'll talk more about it later. And we do a lot of courses at Pyramid Valley. And Brahmarshi Patriji has been the guiding light before with all that. PSSM, or Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, is a global movement. And there are pyramid meditators all over the world, and there are pyramids built specifically for meditation. We'll talk more about why pyramids for meditation in the later half of this series. All right. And again, deep respects to gratitude to all the wisdom from all the great masters. In this course, we will mostly focus on the wisdom of Buddha, and the meditation, the techniques, the wisdom we're going to learn is from this scripture called the Anapanasati Sutta. All of you might know sutras like the Yoga Sutras. We'll take some from the Yoga Sutras as well. So sutras in Pali is called sutta, the Anapanasati Sutta. So that is what we're going to take the wisdom from. And as I said, please, we will begin today. I waited 5 minutes for people to join so that we give them some time. Please join by 6 a.m. Participate with full focus, zero distractions every day. Just 75 minutes, not too long. And keep your videos on at least for the first 60 minutes so that I get a sense of how you are meditating your posture so that I can correct and you can also interact. And periodically, we'll be giving you some daily exercises, daily additional exercises. So please do those and share your feedback or answers the next day. All right, chat facility, in case you're not seeing the audio right, you're not seeing the music, or you're not hearing my voice, please use it only then. And so what if you diligently participate in this 11 days, you will experience all these by before the end of the 11 days. So efficient breathing, we're going to do a bit of a breathing exercises today, enhanced awareness through meditation and clearing your mind, calming your mind, increased focus and concentration because you are going to develop that skill as part of our breath mindfulness meditation. Definitely calming of the mind, calming of the mental chatter, and there will be moments of wow, either during meditation or things happening during your day. All right, so this is what you will experience, and this is absolutely an experiential course, not too much of theory. So though you'll have to write down some tips and techniques, so please have a notebook and pen with you for writing down, or even questions that you might have, note that down so that towards the end of the class, we will open up for questions. That is when you can ask those. And again, a lot of wisdom and techniques that we learn from several of these books. I will also give you a lot of other book recommendations. And towards the end of the session, we'll share a list of books as well. So some of the books that focus on the breath and awareness of the breath. Gratitude to all the masters who and many more that have written about anapanasati, written about the right techniques of meditation, right power of breathing. All right. So with that, let's begin. What do we mean by mindfulness of breath? And I'll keep referring to breathfulness is nothing but in short for mindfulness of breathing. And what is mindfulness? We will learn. And anapanasati, as some of you know, is ana is in breath, pana is out breath, and sati is mindfulness or being one, paying attention to the breath, in breath and out breath. And Buddha has written an entire discourse, entire science behind what happens when you just observe your breathing. All right. And why the breath? So we all know as we've been through moments of anxiety, moments of anger, moments of worry, moments of joy. So anytime our emotions change, anytime our thoughts change, anytime what we are doing change at the pace of it, there is a change in state of breathing. When you're angry, your breath goes fast. When you are anxious, your breath goes fast. Heart beats faster. All that BP comes because of anxiety, right? When you are exciting, again, very similar, but a different frequency. When you are joyful, when you're calm, listening to music, resting, then your breath slows down. So what is the state that we all want to be in? We all want to be resting. We all want to be peaceful inside. So the state is slow breathing. Breathing rate is low. So our emotions have an impact on our breath. Our thoughts have an impact on breath. There's a lot of neuroscience that talks about how our breath influences our immune system, our sympathetic nervous system, or nervous system, autonomic nervous system. We'll learn more about it. So breathing mirrors our thoughts. And what we are trying to do with anapanasati, we're using our breath to control or manage our thoughts, manage our emotions. Just by being conscious of our breathing, we can influence our thoughts, feelings. Because we are able to influence our thoughts and feelings, the neurochemicals that send across our body changes. When we are calm, the positive neurochemicals, positive feelings happen, which automatically heals, provides the right amount, right working to our heart, brain, digestion, and immune system. So that's what, because breath reflects our emotions, we are using the breath to change our body, our psychology, and our physiology. All right. So we're going to use our breath to change our inner state, and that is all. Meditation is using our breath to enhance our awareness, enhance our attention. Breath, you also do a lot of the breathing exercises, which allows you to relax. All of you may know about pranayama, right? So breath influences your nervous system. Right breathing makes your heart and brain coherent. Breath is the vehicle for prana, the life energy that connects run through our body and the universe. Breath helps you, guides you through discipline and intuition. And Patriji says, breath is your guru. We learn over the next 11 days how breath is your guru, what all the things breath teaches us, right? So we're going to focus on breathing. It's more a breath awareness, more than a meditation. It's about right breathing and breath awareness sessions. So today we will begin with a few aspects of breathfulness. So we'll look at the mechanics of breathing, and then we'll look at the posture, and then we'll start with a simple breathing exercises called coherent breathing or equal breathing. All right. So mechanics of breathing. So all of you know, let me just get this view. Yes. So all of you know the right way of breathing, right? So though some of us, yes. So though we know we've been breathing, a lot of us have incorrect breathing patterns. That is number one. So now I would like to request you to just step back from the camera and then put a hand on your chest and put another hand on your stomach, right? And then close your eyes and use your breathe in. Just feel if your stomach is coming out or going in. Is your chest coming out or going in, right? For a few seconds, breathe in, breathe out normally. Just feel when you breathe in, is your stomach going out or coming in? When you breathe out, is your stomach going out or coming in? Is there a change normally? Just feel that. And remember, I'll ask you to type in your answer. When you breathe in, is your stomach going out, chest going out? When you breathe out, what is happening? Just observe what is happening as you breathe in and breathe out. And when you breathe in, what happens? You just type on the chat window. Is your stomach going out or in? If it's going out, type out. If it's going in, type in. So when you breathe in, your stomach is going out or in. That is what I want you to type. Some of you are saying in, some of you are saying out, in, out. Breathe in, it's going in. Some of you saying is out. Breathe in, stomach is going in, and breathe out, stomach is going out. All right, so wonderful. So now let's correct. So what is the right posture? What is the right position, right? So what happens is when you breathe in, yes, thank you. So when you breathe in through your nose, air comes in through your lungs, right? And your lungs needs to get filled. When your lungs, if you are breathing in efficiently, your lungs take in all the breath and pushes the diaphragm. There is a diaphragm here. It pushes the diaphragm down. When it pushes the diaphragm down, your stomach comes out, right? And when you breathe out, your lungs empty and your diaphragm comes up, then your stomach contracts in, right? So that is the right way of breathing. It's called the abdominal breathing or belly breathing. A lot of them, even I used to think, right? Breathing in means my chest should go up and stomach should go in for a long time. That's not the right way. Abdominal breathing or belly breathing is that your lungs are full, it pushes the diaphragm, and then your stomach comes out. Breathe out, your stomach goes in. Right? We will observe. This is the first mindfulness exercise we are learning. We are just becoming aware of what is happening to the movements in our body as we are breathing. Right? And so that's the first lesson. Breathing in throughout the session, throughout every day, you'll breathe in the right way. The right way is abdominal breathing. All right, so let's look at that in a few slides here. One sec. So this one, right? So when you breathe in, you inhale, your stomach should go out. Why does it happen? As I showed here, inhale, your lungs push the diaphragm, your belly out, right? When you exhale, automatically the lungs become empty, the diaphragm comes up, and your belly in because your stomach contracts. You got it? And that's the wrong is just breathing. Right way is what we call as, right way is called as belly breathing. So what are the effects of breathing right or wrong, right? So we all know our lungs hold the breath. And the second thing is deep breathing and shallow breathing. When we are conscious of our breathing, we do something what we call as deep breathing. What is deep breathing? You breathe in, when your stomach is coming out, then your lungs are filled with air. Your lungs, if the lungs are filled with air, the capacity that the lungs have is optimal to provide the oxygen to all the parts of the body. What happens in breathing, like you see here, right? So as you breathe in, oxygen from the lungs goes into your blood, goes through your blood to different organs, right? And then different organs get the right amount of oxygen, they function well, including brain, including your stomach, your pancreas, your immune system, right? And then they exchange carbon dioxide. So for the organs to function well, they need the right amount of oxygen. If we don't breathe, fully, for example, just breathing shallow, very short breaths, right? That's what happens when we are angry or anxious. Then our lungs don't get filled up. We don't provide the right amount of oxygen, right amount of nutrients to whole part of the body. Then the body starts getting stressed out, body starts getting feeling sick, right? So the right amount of oxygen goes in. All pranayama are exercises to make sure we breathe in to our full capacity. The right way of breathing is breathe in, your stomach out. Breathe out, your stomach in, right? So you can practice this through time, but we will do some exercises now. So that's the science behind why we should breathe. Very, very simple, right? The second reason is some of you might have known about the vagus nerve. And we'll learn about chakras one day, definitely. So there is something called the vagus nerve. There's a lot of science behind vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is the key part of the nerve. In chakras, it's your Sushumna Nadi and the other nadis, right? So Pingala and Ida. So all those are now the equivalent, neuroscience equivalent is the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is used to calm. The moment you activate your vagus nerve, your body goes into calmness. Your nervous system goes into the parasympathetic mode, right? And every time we sit and relax, our vagus nerve is responsible for providing us the calmness, right? So breathing right always activates the vagus nerve, so you're always calm. And what is the impact of incorrect breathing on the body? As I said, imbalance of oxygen in tissues, energy deficiency, you'll feel weak, you'll feel sluggish, right? That is why when we breathe, our body is saying, I don't have enough oxygen. That's why we yawn. When we yawn, we take in a lot of oxygen through the air for your body to energize, right? And when your body doesn't have enough oxygen, it tries to fall asleep. That's when you're tired. So energy deficiency, nervous system gets out of balance. And when you're doing shallow breathing, because the rest of your body, if you're still exerting your body with not the right breathing type, your heart needs to pump faster because blood has not got enough nutrients. It has to come many more times to get the oxygen and go, right? And more importantly, right breathing. I mean, one of the things that we always see is mouth breathing. Again, right breathing involves breathing from the nose, not from the mouth. I used to do it, in fact, my daughter does it even now. We're trying to change it, right? What is the impact of incorrect breathing and mouth breathing? The book Conscious Breathing talks about the science behind it. Your facial features are dependent on correct breathing or incorrect breathing. Your teeth, all the deformities in teeth that we see nowadays is because of incorrect breathing, mouth breathing, right? So it has such a big impact on breathing and such a big impact on the way your facial features form, the way your teeth forms. So breathing right is absolutely essential. None of our doctors have taught us how to breathe right. So people assumed. I mean, left to us, normal would have been breathing right. But because of the stresses, because of the distractions, our breathing gets out of balance. So breathing right, our lung function decreases, protein performance degrades. Breathing wrong, the stress increases. So same thing, importance of breathing right, pain relief. All of us know stress reduction. So as you go through this class, just by breathing right, just by observing your breathing, you'll feel a lot of pains going away. You'll feel sleep improving, right? You don't need to call that meditation. It's the right way of breathing, relaxing, supporting organs, pH balance, even making sounds improves. Some of you probably are from music backgrounds or music teachers and practitioner backgrounds. You know, one of the first things they teach is the right way of breathing. When you want to become a singer, when you want to become even speech practices, the way you deliver speeches, right? You have to make your breath needs to be right. Otherwise, your voice doesn't come out well. Physical strength, stabilizing emotions, and spiritual growth, which is what we learn in this class. All right. So, my dear friends, breathing right is breathing through your nose and doing belly breathing or abdominal breathing. It's also called diaphragmatic breathing. All right. So that's lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is the posture. This is the posture for meditation that we're going to follow. That's what I'm going to talk about, right? We will do the breathing exercises in a minute. So as you know, some of you who've been with the Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, the posture that we are going to follow is this. If you're sitting on a sofa or a cushion or a floor now or later, you'll sit like normal half lotus position and clasp your hands and close your eyes, right? You clasp your hands like this, fingers. And then if you're sitting on a chair, you will sit upright and then clasp your fingers, allow you to rest it on the lap and cross your feet at your ankle. This is how you do, right? And then when you're sitting straight, again, you have to sit comfortably, but not too incorrectly comfortable, right? So if you want to sit with your back and neck and head straight. You don't just lean. Even during meditation, I'll keep giving you instruction to keep your posture comfortable but straight so that you don't follow. The reason that we need to be aligned is this is our natural body position. When you are in this straight body position, you can sit straight and still for a long time without pains. Right? Though we know if I sit straight, I might get pain, that pain will come and go. But sitting in incorrect posture gets you a lot of other pains. Right? Breathing incorrectly gives you a lot of pain. Sitting in incorrect posture gives you a lot of pain. It's sitting straight. Anytime you're sitting like this straight, you can do work for a long time. That's why you see musicians who sing Carnatic and Hindustani musicians who sit on stage for a long time and sing, long-term meditators, Buddhist meditators, everybody sits straight, right? Because sitting straight allows your pelvis and your backbone to come aligned. And the other big finding from a meditation perspective is when your body is aligned, right? So your body is focusing some energy on keeping your body straight in an equilibrium position. So it is not directing energy to your thoughts. Even thoughts get reduced when you sit in the right posture. That was a big learning for me. All right. So, and there are some tools that will help you. There are this chair which I use, also available in Paramalvi, 2 ways. So you can sit on the edge of a pillow and keep your legs below. So the right way to sit is your knees should be below the level of your seat or at the level of seat. If your knees are high, then you'll start feeling back pain. So if I am traveling, I sit on the edge of the pillow or at high pillow and your knees are down. Or you can use meditation chairs like this, right? Or there is something called a Zafu cushion, where you sit down like this. So your seat should be higher than your knees. So then your body automatically becomes erect. You can't really fall down or stoop down. And your body is straight. All right. So that's the right posture, right? Over time, you can build up the right posture. I'll keep letting you know what it is about. Now, let's get into a little bit of practice. So today we will We'll mostly do some coherent breathing practice, and then I'll get you into the observation. So any questions on the posture, any questions on breathing, please note it down. I'll take up at the end of the class. And this is the 3 stages of breathfulness practice that we will go through the 11 days, right? There is an initial warm-up, just like when we do a physical exercise or yoga, there is a warm-up. Right? Today we're going to do that. So that is what is called as relaxation. Relaxation phase will be the first 5 to 10 minutes so that you warm up your mind. And then we start observing the breath, which is what is your anapanasati. And towards the end, last 3 minutes, I'll ask you to focus on your heart region, and then we'll do some appreciation and gratitude exercise. We'll go through it step by step. So today we'll start with relaxation. What is this relaxation? Just go through it and we'll do the exercise, right? So you sit in a comfortable posture, you breathe in through your nose, breathe in through your nose for 3 or 4 counts, breathe out through your nose for 3 or 4 counts. You don't hold your breath, and you continuously keep doing it. Breathing should be easy, smooth, and long. All right. And why equal breathing? It's also called the coherent breathing technique. It relaxes the central nervous system. It improves focus and concentration. It establishes rhythm for our practice, and equal breathing quiets the mind. Anytime you are stressful, you can practice equal breathing. And it allows you to access your full breathing capacity. What is our full breathing capacity? When we do abdominal breathing. So it's about using our full lungs. All right. So before we get to practicing equal breathing in a couple of different ways, another small exercise, right? So we will, let me just put the timer. So we will do a simple exercise wherein I want you to count the number of breaths that you have, right? Just you can place your hand on the chest or place your hand on the stomach. In 1 minute, what is the number of breaths you are breathing in? Just count when you breathe in, right? Breathe in 1, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in 2, breathe out, breathe in. Your normal breathing, how many in breaths are you able to count? Right? Feeling at your nose or at your tummy. Just let's count. I'll set the timer. All right. So you can close your eyes or open your eyes, doesn't matter. For now, let's start now. So begin counting your breaths in 1 minute. How many in breaths are you able to count? Your normal breathing in, breathing out. Just count in your mind and type in when we are done. 30 more seconds. And more seconds. Okay, stop. Now type in the number that you have on the chat window. 3, 14, 16 in breaths, 8, 5, 11, 12, 15, 18. Wonderful. 10, 13, 12. Very good. So remember this number. Note down this number. And at the end of 11 days or in between, try seeing how many counts that you have got, right? So this also indicates the number of seconds you're taking in one breath. For example, if there are 10 in breath, someone has said 12, so 12 in breath means you're 12 times you're breathing in. So one breath is taking 5 seconds, right? So one in breath and out breath. So in breath is like 2.5 or something. It doesn't need to be the same. So one in and out breath is taking 5 seconds. So you're doing 12 breaths a minute, right? So what is the ideal? What is the optimal breath rate at which your body is an optimum condition? According to research, the ideal breath rate is between 5 and 6 breaths a minute. Right? They say at 5.5 breaths a minute, your body is coherent. Your body is coherent, your heart, brain, all your organs are functioning absolutely well. 5.5 breaths. A lot of signs you can search. You can ask any of the AI tools, right? So that is 5 to 6 is ideal. It doesn't need to be we get there. Each of our bodies are different, right? But a higher score indicates that you're anxious. That we saw, right? So when you're anxious, when your mind is having too many thoughts, when our mind is in high beta state, we are anxious, our breath rate increases. Correct? So now we're going to practice a technique, that's this whole equal breathing. So what we are going to do is breathe in long. As you breathe in, observe your stomach, observe your chest. We'll get there, sorry. So as you breathe in, count 1, 2, 3, 4. And then immediately breathe out. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? That is how you do. So then you count is you're trying to do long in breath, long out breath without stressing too much, without holding the breath. You don't need to do long breath. It should be rhythmic, right? 4, 4, 4, 4, slowly. If you're able to do it 5, so be it. But if you're not able to do it, 3 is also fine. Slowly you can increase. This is called slow equal breathing, also called coherent breathing. All right. So this every day for the first 5-10 minutes, we will practice this because this settles our mind. And a lot of us who have practiced this and people have done it also, when they do this before their meditation practice, they find the meditation going much more smoother. Right? There's one more technique I'll also talk about called box breathing during later half the session, later half of the course. But right now it's equal breathing, so very simple. Now let us practice this by using a timer. Where did my timer go? One sec. Okay. Okay, so you're able to see the timer. So this is like a 3-minute, 1-minute timer. So what you can do is you can look at this, and then as I start, the clock or the tick keeps ticking, and every 5 seconds it emits a beep, right? That time change your inhale to exhale, exhale to inhale, right? So as you start here, you inhale, and when it reaches exhale, you start breathing out. And then when it gets to that other beep, you start inhale, right? So let's try practicing it. If you are finding it difficult, that is okay. You can go according to your rhythm, right? No worries because it's going to be the first day, all right? You can sit in a comfortable posture and let's start. This is going to be a 3 minutes. Just let's practice by seeing it. Okay, sorry. I don't know whether I did the sound. We're getting the sound. One sec. Sorry, I'm restarting it. So let's begin. Exhale. Inhale. Start your inhale. If you're seeing the counter, you don't need to count. You should feel a sense of relaxation. You should not feel tired. Yeah, second minute. Feel your stomach going out when you inhale. Feel your stomach going in when you exhale. No tiredness. You should slowly feel your body breathing easy. One more minute. If you want, you can close your eyes and do it on your own. Don't hold the breath. Don't force yourself too much. Wonderful. So I hope you got that rhythm now, right? So when you close your eyes, you just count that. You count your when you close your eyes, you need to do three things as part of equal breathing. Number one, the counting, right? As you count in one, two in your mind, you don't need to move your lips also. One, two, three, four, one, two, three. For some people who are starting new, just do it to three. And then as soon as you do three, you're what to say, you're beginning your exhale, right? And when you're doing it, observe the movements in your breath. As you breathe in, your stomach should come out. As you breathe out, stomach should go in. So be aware of it, right? And the third thing is you're conscious of your breathing, right? Counting, feeling the movement in your abdomen, and being conscious of your breathing, right? So you're aware of being changing. Just this exercise itself will get you into, excuse me, will get you into the state of calmness. And this is an exercise that you can practice anytime, anywhere. It's also, you can say it is like a ATM, anytime meditation. So you're getting into that meeting, you're getting into what to say, dreadful conversation with your boss, with your colleagues, some presentation, right, or examination. In fact, I've instructed my daughter to do that. Anytime she doesn't understand a question or whatever during exam, just observe your breathing and do this, because this is not, nobody will know that you're sitting in meditation. You can do it with your eyes open also, right? But just it brings your focus from outside to inside, and you are clear about what you're doing, right? So you can try it. So now let's do a 10-minute practice. That's the practice that we're going to do today. We'll use the posture, 10 minutes practice of equal breathing, closing your eyes and then observing your abdominal breathing. All right, my dear friends. So 10 minutes, and then every day for the first few days, we'll do this for 10 minutes and then get into meditation. And throughout the later day of the sessions, we'll make it 5. So there are multiple stages that we're going to learn in observation. Again, observation of the breath, there are 3 steps. That's what we go step by step. First few days, we follow only one step, which is observing the breath at your nose. The second and third steps will increase as we go along. All right. So please put your pens, pads away. Please remove your spectacles. Sit in the right posture. Clasp your fingers. Cross your feet at your ankle. Absolute relaxation. We're going to relax for the 10 minutes with equal breathing. Try and play some light music. So all you need to do is begin breathing in long, breathe out long. Breathe in long, breathe out long. It should relax you. If it doesn't relax you, then you're doing something wrong. So slow down your count. Slow down. If you're feeling tired, observing your abdomen, counting and changing your breath, then just do only one. Breathe as much long as you can and breathe out as long as you can hold. All right. It may initially for some of you it equal. The only reason why we are doing equal is equal breathing. The counting is for equal breathing. If you are not able to do that, naturally, sometimes your exhale, most of the time your exhale will be longer than your inhale. It's easier to do that, but we're going to practice making it equal. All right. So let's begin. Just a 10-minute focus. Slowly start your breathe in long, equal, slow, soft. Breathe out long, slow, soft. Do not hold your breath after your inhale or your exhale. As you continue to breathe slow, long, soft, observe the movements in your stomach. As you breathe in long, feel your stomach going out. As you breathe out, feel your stomach going in. This is conscious breathing. If you're unable to notice, you can place one of your palms on your stomach region. Be mindful of your counting, be mindful of your breathing. Feel your lungs getting all the oxygen. Feel your lungs filling to its full capacity and letting go, emptying to its full capacity. Keep your posture comfortable, no stiffness, no tightness anywhere, easy, comfortable. You can start small and slowly increase the length of your equal breathing. Start with 3 counts and then slowly you can go to 4 in later sessions. You feel your body relaxing, your mind calming down. Slow, long inhale. Do not hold. Slow, long exhale. Do not hold. Slow, long inhale. You should feel as if you are emptying all the air that you have breathed in. If shorter cycles work for you, so be it. You are being aware of your breathing. You are doing the right way of breathing. Three more minutes of equal breathing. This relaxes your body, brings your body, mind in alignment with your breath. Last 1 minute. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now slowly stop your counting. Return to your normal breathing. Bring your attention to your chest region. Just feel the relaxation. Feel the calmness in your body and mind. Feel grateful to your body, your breath, your presence, your time. Say thank you to yourself. And slowly, you can place your palms on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes. So I hope you felt it relaxing, this whole equal breathing. For those of you who felt a difference, you corrected your breath, you felt relaxing, you felt it more calming, please type yes on the chat window. If you haven't found it relaxing, you can stay back and ask me questions on what is better, right? So it is a relaxing technique. If you are not getting relaxed, unknowing the holding the breath when counting. So you don't unknowingly. So over time, please follow the instructions. As you continue to follow the instructions, you can relax, right? So if you can practice it a few more times, you will get it. Wonderful. So this is relaxing. The science behind it says it's relaxing. So corrected my breath a couple of times. Very good. So it's all about awareness. We are beginning mindfulness with awareness of our breathing, correcting the right way of breathing, and then slowly getting to that slow breathing that calms our mind and calms our body. All right, and we learned the posture today for meditation that we will continue to practice over time. And that's a posture that you can always follow anytime you need to sit without a back support, or even with a back support, you can always sit straight on the sofa. All right. So feeling strain on the eyes part at the end of 10 minutes. Yeah, so maybe too much of focus here. You'll have to relax, let go. Sir, tomorrow you can observe something else. I'll tell you where to observe. Maybe you can just observe your stomach, but don't need to focus very tight, right? You have to let go. So you'll get that going soon. All right, my dear friends, for today, today's exercise, just practice equal breathing for one more time, one more 10 minutes during any part of the day or even before sleeping. So a lot of times for people who don't get sleep immediately, you can just lie down and start observing your breath, start doing your equal breathing. Before you maybe finish a few minutes, you'll fall asleep. All right. So any questions on the exercises today? I'm going to take some in the chat window. We'll take up. Otherwise, please do join us tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for the first step of the actual observation of our breath, or Anapanasati meditation, that we will learn, and a little bit of science as well. All right. So thank you for the old timers who know a lot of things. Just join this for refreshing. For others, I'll just take a few questions here. Wonderful. Feeling strain. Relaxing and some minor distracting. Distracting is fine. So over time, we will kind of practice our breathing, get our focus and concentration. My legs become cramped, need to sit higher. Yes. So if you are practicing this for the first time with your uh, feet in a lotus position on a sofa, this thing, it will be tiring. So try using the right pillow, right chairs that I mentioned, right, so that your knees are lower and the bottom is higher. Or if that is not working, just sit on a chair so that it doesn't disturb you. But over time, you will get the technique. All right. It feels like breath is stuck on the chest, feels very tight. No, sir. So you have to relax. You have to relax. Over time, you'll get over that. So yes, now good that we are all feeling these things. Earlier, you were not feeling it. So move your awareness and attention to your stomach. If you're feeling tight on the chest, right, move your awareness to your stomach. Over time, it gets released. And then we don't do It's not fast breathing. You don't hold the breath, right? Stuck is purely because you're holding the breath. Let's practice a little bit more. Strain on my legs. Yes, so if you're sitting, as I said, sitting on the lotus position, then probably yes, you'll have to let go of it or try a different posture by sitting on the sofa. But all these initial pains will go away, right? So it's not due to our breathing. If any, your breathing has made it, your equal breathing has made it more apparent, or you become aware of it, or it is because of the posture, something that you knew you are doing today. But if anything, this equal breathing should relieve things. It should make things better. If it is not, it over time it will go away. All right, at 3-4 count of breath, my chest and shoulders rise. Is that okay? No, so that is very incorrect breathing. Our chest and shoulders should never rise as we inhale, right? It should be straight. Only thing that moves is your stomach. So what happens is, again, a lot of chest pain, a lot of shoulder pain is because of incorrect breathing. When we are stressful, what happens when you're stressful, as I said, our breathing rate increases. That time you're breathing, right? So breathing. So what happens is our shoulder, we are using our shoulder muscles and neck muscles to do shallow breathing. And our shoulder muscles, our neck muscles are not meant for breathing. The only muscles that are meant for breathing are our lungs, the diaphragm, and your stomach. This is the right. You don't use your shoulder to breathe. But a lot of kids, when you see, right, when they play a game and come, they do that, right? So that is for a shorter term, it's okay, but then the body becomes normal. But when we are anxious, when you're thinking too much, when you're angry, when our heart rate or BP is high, so we do the shallow breathing. So using our shoulder and neck, because when you're stressful, we do shallow, fast breathing, and then we are using our incorrect muscles, and that's what gives a lot of shoulder pain for people who are stressed out. Same thing to do with back pain, right? So back, all sometimes people don't sit in the right posture. All the pains happen for stress out there. So please, when you're realizing that your chest and shoulders are increasing, try to stop it and move your attention to your abdomen. You will get it through practice. When I observe my stomach, I understand once in a while, stomach is in when okay, stomach is, once in a while, stomach is in when I inhale. Okay, so that's okay. You're observing it, but over time, you will correct it, right? So in fact, I have to unmute yourself in case you have any question also you can ask. All right, so please raise your hand if you have any questions or you want to provide some feedback. At times, getting jerks will go away. Breath feels forced when done to count. It does not feel natural. Yes, this is conscious breathing. It is not natural, right? With conscious breathing, we are forcing our breath to be equally long, equally for the equal or whatever long. We are forcing our breath to be long in, long out, long in, long out. So this part is conscious, aware breathing. It's a breath exercise. It's not meditation. All right. So in meditation, we start using our natural breathing. Yes, we are forcing our breath. Observing stomach movements is new. It will increase your awareness. It will allow us to correct the right way of breathing. All right. So any other questions? If you want to ask, you can raise your hand, your Zoom hand, or you can ask a question in the chat window. Inhale is long, but exhale is short most of the time. That's what happens in normal times. None of our inhales and exhales are same when we do normal natural breathing. In this equal breathing, we're trying to make it equal by counting. Only sitting position is allowed during breathing practice. Yes, sitting position is the ideal for when you are learning at least breath awareness and meditation. But over time, as you become a master in your doing your breath exercise, at least breath awareness, you can do it lying down as well. But when you're doing it lying down, then there is a risk that you become too relaxed and go into sleep. Yes, please look at certain books. There is called, I said right, Breath by the book on breath by James Nestor, book on conscious breathing. There's another book on lost power of healing. You can look at this video again for those books. There's a lot of science behind it. Again, there are a lot of breathing techniques. Pranayama has several techniques, right? Even in pranayama, in Vedic science, this equal breathing is called samavritti. Vritti is your breath, right? So energy, samavritti is equal. So there is a science behind it. Please do study it. And coherent breathing, equal breathing gets your breathing to be coherent, right? And there are different types of breathing: square box breathing, square breathing, 4-4-2, 4-2-4-2, or 2-4-2-4. So there are different lengths. Those are all the lengths of the count that you vary your breathing, right? For example, box or square breathing is you count in, you breathe in to a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, breathe out to a count of 4, and again hold for a count of 4, and keep continuing. That's the box or square breathing, right? They're all a bit difficult. This is probably the easiest for most of us who are practicing meditation. For some of you are doing pranayama, I'm sure you're probably doing it a lot more. There is alternate nostril, Nadi Shuddhi. There is this bee breathing, right? So a lot of breathing technique. But for our meditation, for us to calm down, warm up, to get into a state of meditation, this is the ideal and perfect for us to practice. All right. So any questions? Yes, I will type it on the chat window. I'll probably take a picture of the slide and put it in the WhatsApp. So please do join the WhatsApp group. For some of you who have not joined, if any of you have joined, can you just take a copy of that link and put it on the chat window for people who have not joined? Please join the WhatsApp group. We will give you daily reminders and maybe any other information, any questions you can ask anytime. When I have time, I'll kind of respond to it. Please join the WhatsApp group for this. It's there in the email that you'd have got, where you join this meeting through the Zoom link. All right. So wonderful, my dear friends. With that, let's close the session for today. And please do join us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. IST, for a lot of wherever you are. So please have a breathful, mindful day. Have a wonderful day, Monday. And please do this practice of equal breathing for 10 more minutes, sometime during the evening or even before you sleep. All right. With that, thank you. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow.